You are not losing time. You are throwing it away with both hands every single day. You wake up and you make a choice not to build, not to fight, not to become, but to wait, to scroll, to tell yourself tomorrow, to let the sun rise and set on another day of your life where you did nothing that moved the needle. And you feel it, don't you? That low, humming shame in your chest when you lie down at night. The quiet knowledge that you had the hours, you had the energy, you had the opportunity, and you spent it like a man with no future. You are not poor. You are not unlucky. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are soft. And softness in a man is not a personality trait. It is a sickness. It is the slow rot that turns potential into regret, turns ambition into fantasy, turns a man into a ghost who walks through his own life without ever touching it. You smile at your family. You joke with your friends. You nod at meetings. And underneath it all, you know. You know you are not becoming the man you promised you would be. You know you are coasting. You know that if someone looked inside your head and saw the gap between what you claim you want and what you actually do, they would lose every ounce of respect they have for you. So let's stop pretending. Let's stop with the gentle encouragement, the soft motivation, the you can do it platitudes that make you feel good for 10 minutes and leave you exactly where you were. This is not a pep talk. This is an autopsy, and the body on the table is the life you are killing with your own hesitation. Let's talk about what you carry, because I know you carry it alone. You have bills that multiply faster than your income. You have a landlord or a mortgage that owns more of your sleep than you do. You have a car that makes a noise you cannot afford to fix, so you turn up the radio. You have a job that drains you, a boss who doesn't see you, a career that feels like a cage you walked into willingly a decade ago and now cannot find the door. And then are your parents. They are older now, slower. You see it in their hands, in the way they move, in the questions they ask you about things they used to handle themselves. They are starting to lean on you, and you are not ready. You are not strong enough. You are still a child in your own mind, waiting for someone to tell you it is okay. But no one is coming to tell you it is okay. Your friends, they are moving ahead, buying houses, getting promoted, building businesses, posting pictures of their lives that look like the life you were supposed to have. And you smile and like the post and feel something twist in your stomach. Not envy, not exactly, but the sick recognition that you used to be ahead of them. You used to be the one with the plan. Now you are the one who talks about what you're going to do. Going to start the business, going to get in shape, going to fix the relationship, going to finally become the man you see in your head. Going to is the language of the dead, and you know it. You know that every time you say those words, you are digging your own grave a little deeper. Because going to is a promise you make to yourself that you have no intention of keeping. It is a sedative. It numbs the pain of inaction just long enough to let you survive another day without doing anything. But the pressure does not stop. It builds. It builds in the silence of your car after work when you sit in the driveway for 10 minutes before going inside. It builds in the middle of the night when you wake up at 3 a.m. and your mind immediately starts running through everything you are failing at. It builds in the eyes of your partner when they look at you and see not the man you are, but the man you promised to become. They are waiting. Everyone is waiting, and you are running out of time. The internal war. You act strong. You have to. The world expects it. Your job expects it. Your family expects it. So you put on the armor. You speak with certainty. You make decisions. You carry the load. But inside is a war. A war between the man you show the world and the man you actually are. You doubt yourself constantly, not in the loud, dramatic way, in the quiet, corrosive way, the way that whispers you are not enough every time you face a challenge, the way that makes you hesitate when you should act, the way that makes you shrink when you should stand tall. You replay your failures in your head like a loop you cannot turn off. The business idea you never launched, the relationship you let fall apart, the weight you said you would lose 3 years ago, the version of yourself you swore you would become and then abandoned. And the worst part is not the failure. The worst part is knowing you're capable of more. Because if you were truly limited, you could accept it. You could make peace with your ceiling. You could say, I did what I could, and move on. But you know that deep inside you, there is a man who could dominate, a man who could lead, a man who could build something that outlasts him, a man who could look at pressure and laugh, look at fear and step through it, look at his own weakness and crush it. That man is in there, and you keep him locked away. Because if you let him out, he would demand everything from you. He would demand the early mornings. He would demand the hard conversations. He would demand that you stop lying to yourself. He would demand that you become someone different, and that process would be painful. So you keep him caged, and you call it being realistic. But it is not realistic. It is cowardice. It is the slow betrayal of your own potential, and you feel that betrayal every single day. In the late nights when you cannot sleep, in the quiet moments when you look in the mirror and see less fire than you used to, in the small voice that keeps getting quieter, the one that used to say, you are meant for more. It's getting quieter because you are killing it. You are starving it with excuses. You are drowning it in distraction. You are burying it under the comfortable lie that you still have time. You don't. The shift moment. Something has to change. Not next week, not when you feel ready, not when the conditions are perfect. Now. Because the conditions will never be perfect. There will always be a reason to wait. There will always be stress, always be uncertainty, always be 1,000 reasons to put it off until tomorrow. And tomorrow is a liar. Tomorrow is the graveyard where men bury their ambition. You have to stop being a man who wants to change and become a man who demands it of himself. This is not about motivation. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes. It is unreliable. It is the mistress who visits when she feels like it and leaves you empty when you need her most. This is about identity. You are not someone who is trying to be disciplined. You are disciplined. That shift from effort to identity is the difference between a man who struggles his whole life and a man who becomes unstoppable. You stop asking, how do I build discipline? You start asking, what would a disciplined man do right now? And then you do it. Not because you feel like it, not because it is easy, because it is what you are. You are no longer the man who negotiates with himself. That man is dead. The new man does not negotiate. He does not bargain. He does not ask his feelings for permission. He acts. And his feelings, his fear, his doubt, his exhaustion, they can either follow or get dragged. They always follow. Identity transformation. Let me tell you what dark discipline actually is. It is not a productivity system. It is not a morning routine. It is not a set of habits you can copy from a YouTube video. Dark discipline is the complete and total destruction of the version of you that makes excuses. It is looking at your life, the stagnation, the mediocrity, the quiet desperation, and saying, I built this, and I can unbuild it. It is taking full responsibility for every single thing in your world. Not 90%, not most of it, all of it. Your finances, your health, your relationships, your career, your mindset, your future. If it's broken, it's your fault. If it's weak, it's your fault. If it's not where it should be, it's your fault.